welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a hair tutorial on how I personally like to curl my hair. I've noticed you guys have been really sweet, leaving me comments complimenting the way I style my hair, and I figured, you know what, let's sit down, let's do our hair together. I'm going to be sharing with you all of the products that I use and the tools that I use as well, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Keep in mind, today's video is sponsored by Luxy Hair Extensions, and if you guys know, I'm a hair ambassador with them now. I do have a discount code in case you guys are interested. I will have everything linked down below. My discount code is LX-Kitty for $10 off your $100 purchase or more. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Everything will be linked down below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's jump on in and get ready for the day. So as you guys can tell, I have done my makeup, but I have yet to do my hair, so obviously that's what this video is all about. We're gonna go ahead and dive on in and get ready for a day and style our hair. So basically, you guys, the shampoo, any of the products that I cover in today's video, I will have it linked down below in case you guys are interested and wondering what kind of shampoo and conditioner I've been using lately. So typically when I get out of the shower, I like to use a little towel to dry out my hair. It's like a little microfiber hair towel, so I use it. It's like a little turban, and I basically leave it on my hair for about 15 minutes just to make sure it absorbs all the moisture, and then I take it down and then I spray this Kenra Platinum Blow Dry Spray Advanced Dry Thermal Protection. That's what it's called, and this runs it's a little expensive, but to be really honest, it's gonna last me a really long time. I would highly suggest you to purchase a travel size and see if it works for your hair and if you notice a difference. But for me, I just feel like it makes my hair smoother without weighing it down. It makes the frizz of my hair a lot less. Like, my hair isn't as frizzy when I use this, and I really like it, and it helps remove any of the tangles in my hair. So it's a thermal protectant, but I feel like it's like my leave-in conditioner, and I really love it. It smells amazing. So I spray this throughout my hair, and then I go in with my Hot Tools brush, and I love using this brush, you guys. I have referred this brush to so many people, like my mom and my cousins, and everyone who's tried this brush ends up loving it just because it is so gentle on the hair. It doesn't pull your hair. It's just really nice, and really, like, the little fibers of it is really like flexible. And so what I do is I just brush my hair from the ends to the root to remove any, detangle my hair, any tangles that I might have. And then from then on, you guys, I go in and basically part my hair. So I use my little parting comb, part to the side. You guys know here I love to part my hair to the side, and then I just use the other end to kind of flatten everything out so it can kind of dry into place. And I feel like it helps kind of bring down the frizz and flyaways that I have in my mind. That's what I feel like it helps do. So I'm gonna go ahead, you guys, since my hair is still pretty damp. The ends are kind of dry, but the root is pretty wet. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish blowing drying my hair, and then we'll jump back in and start curling and styling our hair for today. Just finished blow drying my hair. Finally, it took a while. But this is basically it. I have quickly brushed through my hair just to make sure there aren't any knots and everything is kind of settled into place. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my curling iron, and the curling iron that I'm currently using is the Conair Infinity Pro curling iron. I got this at Target, and I think it was like $30–40, and I think this is the 1.5 curling iron. And to be really honest, I'm not a big fan of this curling iron. I don't know if I just picked up a defective one, but the little clamp doesn't really clamp tight enough to my hair when I'm curling it, and so it's kind of hard, and it takes me a little bit longer to kind of get the grip on my hair so I can curl it into place. So I wouldn't suggest this one to you guys, just because so far from my experience, I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's so pretty, isn't it? So that is why I picked it up, but I put the heat temperature at 15. So I'm gonna go ahead and section off my hair. So I typically like to section from the sides of my temple up and then parting it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and clip my hair into place. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull the rest of my hair forward, just like this. And then I'm gonna grab a section from the back, the farthest little section back, and then I'm just gonna grab my curling iron, and I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get kind of close to the root just in case there's any like frizz. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and curl away from my face, and I'm just gonna do that throughout the whole little bottom section. So once we finish curling the left side, we're gonna move on to the right side, and I'm basically gonna be doing the exact same thing that I did on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a chunk of a section of my hair, and then I'm gonna go ahead and curl it away from my face. And then once we get to the front portion, I'm just gonna try to get really close so I can straighten out any maybe bends that I might have, and then, you know, curl it away. Now that we finish the bottom half of our hair, we're gonna move on to the top portion that we have clipped in place. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this little portion of our hair, just because I feel like it's the least amount of hair and it doesn't take as long to curl. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it forward. And as you guys can tell, I've already pulled back all the hair that I've already curled. So I feel like it makes it so much easier and you don't lose track and you won't have any sections as well that you might miss that you didn't curl. And we're just gonna go ahead and do the same thing that we did in the bottom half. We're gonna go ahead and grab a chunk, a little section from the farthest, you know, back of our head. And then we're just gonna go ahead and curl each of the little sections away from our face, and then for about 5 to 10 seconds. And then we're just gonna let the little curl fall. We're gonna pull it back. Now for the last little section that we have here towards the front of our face, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get close to that little area just because there's a lot of little hairs right there. And then I'm just gonna bring it down as far as I can, like a good kind of like right to the section. And then I'm gonna slightly curl it and then let it fall into place just like that, because you guys already know I love to pull my hair back behind my ear. And so I noticed that if I curl it too high, then it just kind of looks kind of funny when I put it, you know, when I put my hair back. So I want it to kind of fall to my shoulder, and that's kind of the general kind of area I want the curl to kind of slightly bend. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the other section, and I'm just gonna go ahead and part that little area in half, because I only want to curl half of that hair just because it's a lot that I have to curl. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and clip it all into place, and then do the same thing that I've done basically throughout my hair, and just grab a section from the farthest back and run my fingers through the hair just in case there's any little knots. And then I'm gonna get close to the root and then curl away from my face. We're gonna go ahead and do the same thing that we did on the other side for the front little portions of our hair that line our face. We're just gonna go ahead and get close to the little hairline area just to flatten the little flyaways, and then we're just gonna go ahead and curl away from our face. And you can always go back and just straighten it out a little bit more, just so there aren't any bends to the hair. And then what we're gonna go ahead and do is do the same thing that we did for this last portion. We're gonna go ahead and bring it down. Go ahead and pull the hair that we've already curled back away, and then bring down this last portion. And then I like to go in with my brush and lightly brush it, just because it does tend to be a little bit more frizzy on the top area. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing that we've done. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a section of hair, and then I'm gonna get close to the hair line. We're close to the scalp, not too close, but close enough that I want to tame any of the frizz that I might have. And then we're just gonna go ahead and curl away. So now when it comes to bangs, girl, this one is a little tricky for me, but I basically leave like a good little section, just like this. And then I kind of cut it in half, just because I feel like it makes it so much easier. And then I usually get a smaller little section and then slightly curl it around once. So when it comes to curling the front portions of my face that frame my face, I typically like the curl to begin and start at the cheekbone area. As you can tell, the little curl is right where my cheekbone starts. So I feel like it just looks a lot better, looks more flattering for my face shape. And I just feel like if the curl was a little bit higher, like to my brow, it would just look a little too curly and not as like flowy as I would like. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab the last little section. It's obviously a little bit thicker than the portion we just grabbed. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing. I'm gonna try to get close to the root and then slightly curl it to the side, just like that. And if I feel like it didn't really grab enough, or I want a little bit more of a bend, I will just go back and curl those little areas in their own little sections, like if I need to tweak it just slightly. So now that we finished curling our hair, I'm gonna go in and lightly flat iron kind of like the root little area. There's like 1.5 inches or half an inch of hair that I feel like is a little frizzy that I can straighten out a little bit more so it can just look a little smooth on the top portion of my hair. So I've already turned on my flat iron, and the flat iron I use, you guys, this one's Hot Tools. This is really, really old. I got the same thing around the same time that I got my blow dryer, so about 10 years old. It's about 10 years old, yeah. Basically, it's held up. It still works, and that's why I keep using it. I think it's about 1 inch thick, this flat iron, but I will look for one similar and have it linked down below in case you guys are interested. And I basically turned it on. The heat is at 330, so the heat's not too high. And I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a section of my hair and then lightly go through those areas and flat iron them really quickly just to make sure everything's really smooth and the frizz is a little bit more tamed down. I feel like this helps, especially when I just washed my hair. Second day hair, I don't do this just because everything's already flat and into place. But when I just get out of the shower and I'm doing my hair, this is typically what I do. So once I have curled everything into place, you can go ahead and brush your hair through just so everything can, you know, be nice and blended. We're gonna go ahead and move on to applying a little bit of the American Crew forming cream. We're just gonna apply a small amount. We're gonna grab a little bit of this product, and then we're gonna go ahead and warm the product throughout our fingers, just like this. And then we're just gonna press the forming cream down on our flyaways, basically in the area where we have parted our hair. And I like to also run my fingers slightly through the little bang area as well, just because I have a little, you know, a little breakage right there, girl. I have a little breakage. And that is basically it, you guys. You guys already know I love to pull back my hair behind my ear on the right side. And this is basically it. This is how I like to style my hair and basically how I like to curl my hair. The products that I use and obviously the tools that I use, you know, to achieve my hair look. Now we're gonna move on to the second part of our video in case you guys are interested, you know, on applying some hair extensions. If you guys are new to the hair extension game, I honestly have been really loving wearing hair extensions lately, you guys, just because I'm going through that phase that I'm trying to grow out my hair, but I feel like my hair is long but not long enough and I'm kind of getting impatient. So I purchased some hair extensions and I've been really loving them just because it gives me a little bit more of that length that I'm looking for. And I love that it gives you a little bit more of that fullness without looking too full all at the same time. And so in case you guys haven't heard of Luxy, I will have their information linked down below. I do have a discount code with them in case you guys are interested. It is LX-Kitty for $10 off your $100 purchase. And the hair that I'm currently using, let me share that with you really quickly just because I keep forgetting, so I'm gonna read it off my phone. I have this 16-inch seamless mocha brown highlight clip-ins, and this is the 140-gram hair. And basically when you order your clip-in hair extensions, you're gonna receive it in this really cute pink box, just like this one. You're gonna obviously open it up. It's gonna be in this little fishnet, and you're also gonna receive 2 extra clip-in little clips just in case one of them eventually breaks. You can always replace it, so that's always handy to have, so make sure you keep it in your box. And then you also receive a pamphlet that gives you directions on how to clip in your hair extensions, which I really, really love. It also has like a little visual, so in case you're more of a visual learner, girl, they have pictures. You can use this. And then as for the inside of the box, I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, but it says here, care for your hair. It basically gives you an introduction on how to care for your hair, what to keep in mind, how long they typically last, and things like that, which I really, really love because if you're new you've never used hair extensions before, clip-ins, you know, this is a really nice tool so you don't have to Google everything online. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my hair extensions off camera, and then I'll come back, you guys, and basically show you how I like to apply them on, and then I'll show you before and after of how, you know, my hair looks with hair extensions and without, and you can, you know, make your own judgment on what you think. So I just finished curling my hair extensions, and what I ended up doing, you guys, I bought this little like hair clip hair extension thing on Amazon. I forgot what it's called. I'll have it linked down below in case you guys are interested. It also comes with a little bag to protect your hair in place. But I basically clipped all my hair extensions, clipped it to my light post right here where I have basically film, and then I just curled all my hair lightly just towards the end of it, just so I can have a nice little wave. I don't curl it too much just because I also don't want to damage the hair, but just enough so when I apply them on, it has a natural, you know, little wave to it. So I'm going to go ahead and dive on in and basically show you guys how I like to apply on my hair extensions and how easy it is, because actually when you first, you know, start using hair extensions, it does take a second to kind of get like the rhythm of things just because it's so new and foreign to you. But the more you use them, the easier it is, the faster it is, and it's actually really nice to have and use. So I'm going to go in with the biggest hair clip extension, and I'll put an up close clip of these hair extensions as well. You guys can see for yourself how, you know, how they look. But this is the hair extensions that I use, you guys. You have like a highlight option, but you also have balayage. I went with the highlighted option just because, I don't know, I just felt like I liked it a little bit more of that blondie streaks that it had. Once you apply them on, you will not see them like this. Like, it won't be as obvious that it has like highlights and stripes like this. So, but I personally really love how seamless they are. It's really, really thin at the band, and the clips, same thing. They're nice and sturdy. It's easy to clip on. They don't fall throughout the day. And I so far really love them. Like, you can't even tell you have the clip-in hair extensions in your hair. Like, you won't even see the bumps, which is a big plus, because that typically is what happens when you apply on clip-in hair extensions, depending on the clip-ins. If they're not seamless, you will see little bumps throughout your hair, and you don't want that. You want it to look natural and look like it's your hair, right? So with the smaller clip-in hair extension, I forgot. So we're gonna use number 3. And basically number 3 is it has 3 clips in the little clip left. So this is basically, I've already unclipped them, and I'm just gonna go ahead and section off of my hair. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing like I did before from the like each temple, kind of like the temple area. I'm gonna section everything out just like this, clip everything into place using the clip that we used earlier. Brush our hair down, feel for the little hairline that you're gonna be having around your hair where you've sectioned your hair, and then you're just gonna grab a little weft, kind of center it in place, and then just basically clip them into place. It's super easy, you guys. It doesn't take very long to do. That is basically it. We have put in 1. I'm gonna go ahead and section the little hair downward, probably like 1/2 inch down, and then flipped it with the rest of the hair. I'm now grabbing the 4 clip-in weft hair extension, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna kind of feel for the little hairline, kind of trying to center it the best that I can, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and clip in the hair extensions into place. And as you can hear, like, it clips into place, you can hear it, so you don't have to worry about it, and you can definitely feel it once it's clipped in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing, grab another section of hair, put it into place, and then I'm gonna grab the 3 clipped weft, and then do the same thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and feel for the little hairline, clip it into place, making sure it feels nice and sturdy. Just like that. Basically, just remove the big, large clip of all the hair that you were kind of holding up in place. Now we're just gonna go ahead and clip in the front little clips. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is grab the 2 clip wefts, unclip them obviously, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and same thing, kind of the side of the temple. I'm gonna section off my hair to the sides of the temple, and I feel like that's a pretty decent like little section, and I'm just gonna go ahead and feel for it. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and clip it into place. I kind of like to leave like 1 inch or 1.5 inches of space from the front portion of my, you know, hairline, just because I don't want it to be so obvious and pop through if I'm like moving my hair or something. And we're just gonna go ahead and bring down our hair and then pull it back and just make sure that, you know, everything is really seamless, there aren't any bumps, and that the hair isn't peeping through. And then we're gonna move on to the other side, same thing. We're gonna section our hair towards the side of the temple. I feel like that's like the perfect little area to section everything off. I'm gonna grab my hair clip again, and I feel like that's a pretty decent like little chunk section that we've parted. And once I parted my hair, I'm just gonna feel through just to get a general idea of where the little section that I parted is. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and clip in my hair extensions, and then just kind of see if it's a little too close to the hairline. I feel like it's kind of close, but let me bring down my hair and just see how close it really is. And I feel like it's okay. I think we can leave it right there. Now we'll move on to the single clips, and these are so easy. Typically on the right side where, you know, I pull back the hair behind my ear, I typically apply one clip-in weft on that side, and the other side, left side, I go in and clip the 3 because you receive 4 little clip-in wefts. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is a little bit above the temple, I'm just gonna go ahead and section my hair. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and clip it into place. Same thing, kind of like in half an inch away from my hairline, just because I do have little baby hairs and I do not want it to peep through. Now we're gonna move on to the left side, and we're basically gonna be doing what we did on the right side. So I'm gonna part my hair a little bit above the temple area where we parted our hair earlier. I'm gonna clip that into place just because I feel like it'd make it so much easier to do. And then I'm just gonna feel for that little section. I'm gonna clip in the single weft. And then that is basically it. I'm just gonna go ahead and feel through and then clip them into place. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same, kind of part my hair a little bit above the other clip-in hair extension that we applied on. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and clip the little hair extension into place. Just because that's kind of like the wild card one, you know what I mean? Like, you can literally clip it anywhere. And so that is basically it, you guys. Once we've applied on your clip-in hair extensions, all you have to do is just brush your hair through just to make sure everything is nice and blended together. So I just finished going through my hair and kind of curling a few sections that I felt like needed a little bit more love to kind of just look a little bit more, you know, blended together. But this is basically it. It was really fast. I didn't feel like I needed to kind of share that. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. I basically curled my hair the same way we have throughout this entire video, curling away from my face, and then basically keeping the curl starting at, you know, the cheekbone area. But this is basically it. Let me get up and move away from the camera. But this is basically it, you guys. This is how long the hair is. It is so nice, so soft. It is nice and long. It's actually about like 2.5 inches longer than my natural hair length. So I really love that because it does look and feel really natural. And so far I really love it, you guys. As you can tell, you can't even tell I have clip-in hair extensions. You don't see any of the bumps, which is a big plus. Obviously they're seamless, so you shouldn't be. And it feels nice and secure and in place, which I really love. And you can't even tell, like, I got the highlight seamless hair extensions. Like, you can't even tell. It looks like my hair and matches perfectly, which I really love. And yeah, you guys, this is basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it's so different than anything that I shared with you, but that's honestly what I really love. We can try something different, style our hair together, and this is basically it. Everything I used will be linked down below. If you guys are interested in trying out Luxy hair extensions or any of their products, I will have them linked down below, as well as my discount code LX-Kitty for $10 off your $100 purchase. And this is basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys have any other video suggestions, comment it down below. Ask away and I'll do my best to, you know, film these videos for you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much, Luxy, for sponsoring today's video. And I will see you guys all in my next video. I love you guys so much.